Okay, so measures of center. So we have a sample and we want to know its center. And hence the name measures of center. There are 4 of them. The first one is mid-range. The next one is mode. Mean. Median. Mid-range. It is simply the maximum value plus the minimum value divided by 2. Just like we found a class midpoint, we did it for one class. Here we're doing it for the entire sample. The maximum of the sample plus the minimum of the sample divided by 2. Mode is the most frequent observation. Mean, also known as average. We should know that.
The sum of all the observations between the number of observations.
Okay. Sum of observations between the number of observations. Over the number of observations. Okay. What is it talking about? The book uses a notation to sum of x over n. Sideways m simply means sum. Sigma, yeah, uppercase sigma. And uppercase sigma is the proper name. Max mid-range is easy to find. Just add the maximum minimum, divide by 2. Mode, you just look for the most frequent observation in the sample. That's going to give you the mode. Mean, sum of observations divided by number of observations. Median, I'll show you how to find median. In terms of accuracy, if you want to measure the center of data and you want to get an accurate estimate, the best one would be the median. The least favorable one would be mid-range. The reason for that is outlier. If your data has an outlier, median typically is immune. It's not going to change. But it will skew the value of mid-range significantly. Mode may or may not, but mode is not a good choice for measure of center for other reasons. Mean will also be affected if we have an outlier. Now, I've used the word outlier multiple times, but what does it mean?
A data set or data value outside of the set.
Okay.
Number that's an observation that's already significantly lower than the most or significantly higher.
Good. That's correct. That's correct. You had something to say.
I was just going to say that.
Same thing. So if you had majority of observations hovering around here, let's say P dot is an observation. Let's say you have from 3 all the way up to 6. And then you've got 2 observations hanging out, one at 50, the other at 100. right? And if someone asks you, well, do these two numbers fit that profile? No. No. So those two numbers would be the outliers. And in data collection and data analysis, we have to get rid of the outliers. But sometimes people will just go ahead and compute the mean and median. If you have a really, really large data set, you may not spot the outliers right away, but having the mean and median will tell you if the data has outliers or not. Good. Now, would we have any problems finding mid-range?
No.
No. How about mode?
No.
It's just counting. Mean. Done it before. Median. No. You've done it, it's cool. Now, here's the thing. I don't want you to do these two manually. Right, that's working hard. I want you to work smart. Now, if you look in the textbook, it sort of goes like tables and all sorts of things. I don't want you to get into this math. It's not needed for this class, in my opinion. Some might differ. So, okay, so I want to find the mean, median, mode. I don't think the calculator is going to give you that. But let's just find median, mean, and mid-range using the calculator. So first we need data for that. So start. Seems like we have data from last time. So what should we use to get rid of the data? Clear list. So number 4, list 1, comma, list 2. Get rid of all observations. And I want volunteers to give me a bunch of numbers in the range, say from 20 to 30.
21, 20. 20. 20. 25.
Between 20 and 30.
Oh, we're 20.
25.
28,
28.
26.
26,
29.
29. You can't. 25.2,
24.
24,
20.
23.8.
20.8,
23.8.
23.8. Okay, so this is my data. Make sure you have. We all know there are 20s in this data, thanks to Alex. So 21, 20, 20, 28, 28, 26, 29, 25.2, 24, 23.8. Set?
So,
Okay. Second mode to exit. Press start. Second mode. Top 2 buttons. Here. Clear out the screen. Press start. Over to calc. That stands for calculate. And select number 1. If you have a newer model of the calculator, which is very likely, I believe it would say list
L1.
L1, L1.
break and then calculate. So all you have to do is to move your cursor up here and get L1 and skip the frequency part. I'll show you when that is needed and just hit calculate. So one more starts, list 1, so second 1. If you have the newest model, type list 1 there, skip that, and go for calculate. Enter. The very first value that we see on the top is the mean, 24.5. Did we get 24.5?
Yes.
The second line would simply be the sum of all the observations. If you add all the numbers that you have, you would get 245. If you square every number and then add the squares, you will get 6,103.48. It's not needed. I just wanted to show the difference between the two. So x bar is the average that you're looking for. Sum of x is the sum of all the observations, that is 245. The sample size is right there. We have 10. The minimum is 20. Scroll down using the arrow. The median is 24.6. The maximum is 29. Good. So I know that this particular data set doesn't have much skew. For one reason, I limited the range, I said between 20 and 30. And the sample was pretty random, and guys gave me random numbers. Another way to look at it is to compare the median to the mean. The median is 24.6. The mean is 24.5. They are very close to each other. Anytime the median and the mean are very close to each other, the likelihood of skewness goes down. That makes sense. So next time I would compare mean, median, mode all together to show if the data has skew or not. Are we clear? So when you do the homework, you can either work hard or work smart. Use the calculator. Oh. We don't have